Area my people, how not day everywhere the potpourri. Alright, now we then come again with another story. This one about babe will loan her former about 1.5 million naira. Make you take rent house. Based on say you promise her marriage. Marriage, she don't see that one still there, but she can't ask the baba for the money when she loan her. Got they talk like broken record. Now and she say, this one not passing you. I carry this case come inside court with Judge Kpako. And I'm going to sit down see how judge they take deliberate this matter as see they hot so.
All arise for the presiding Judge Kpako.
You all may have your seats. So, Vincent,
Your Honor.
what's the case before us today?
Case number 007, Mrs. Elizabeth Adebayo versus Mr. Salami Lekon.
Okay. The case we have before us is that of a promise and failed marriage proposal. And in between, money was given and received. Mrs. Adebayo Elizabeth, the plaintiff, has brought Mr. Lekon Salami, the defendant, to court. She says she loaned him the sum of 1.5 million naira to rent an apartment. And he did rent that apartment. But Lekon refused to pay back the money. Instead, married and got another woman pregnant. Now, Elizabeth Adebayo, the plaintiff, wants her money back. And Lekon, in his defense, says, yes, he did get 1.5 million naira from her, but it was not a loan, but a gift. This is what we want to find out, the crux of the matter. If the said money was a loan or a gift. Let's set the ball rolling, shall we? Miss Elizabeth Adebayo, you brought Lekon Salami to the court. Can you tell us, in respect of the 1.5 million naira, if it was a money you loaned to him or you gave to him as a gift? Tell this court by introducing yourself. Tell us who you are. Just go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Mrs. Elizabeth Adebayo. And this man over here is Mr. Salami Lekon. He was my ex-fiance. We started dating in 2015 and courted for 5 years before he left me to get another lady pregnant. I gave my all to our relationship. There was nothing I didn't do for him, but he still cheated me for another lady. My family knew him as my fiancé, and I was also introduced to his immediate family members. I do visit his family members in the village whenever I'm on leave from work to help them with farm work. I was doing all that to familiarize myself with his family members so that they would not think when their only son gets married to me, he will abandon them. But I didn't know he had an interior motive. I always support him emotionally, especially financially. I helped him to pay his rent apartment in the former place he was living, which was a one-room self-contained.
Miss Elizabeth, do you have a health challenge?
Not at all, Your Honor.
All right, continue.
Sometime in January 2020, before the COVID-19 pandemic, he told me that he was going to marry me that year. But before we could get married, he said he needed to move to a bigger apartment. Definitely, we get married, the children will start coming, so we need space, enough space. I was happy that we were going to get married. That was when he said he needed a loan of 1.5 million naira because he was actually planning on renting a 3-bedroom apartment. I had the money then because from where I was working, my office gave us some bonus. Although I wanted to use the 1.5 million naira to buy a piece of land I saw at an estate. The piece of land cost 4.5 million naira. But I was told that I can pay on instrumental till the entire payment is complete. So for that, I had to give Lekon the 1.5 million naira as a loan. Unknown to me, Lekon had already impregnated another woman and wanted to marry her. It wasn't me he wanted to marry, but this other lady that is pregnant for him. And his parents were fully aware of this. When the story eventually broke to me that he had impregnated another lady, I confronted him and was expecting him to be apologetic, at least so we can see what we can do about the situation. But Lekon boldly told me that it wasn't me he wants to get married to. He said he wanted to marry the lady that is already carrying his child, since I could not conceive for him. Lekon called me barren. Me, a barren.
Please, just control your emotion. Please, just
I'm
control
sorry,
your
Your
emotion.
Honor. Yes, you said.
Continue. I'm all ears.
He said he was trying to see if I could get pregnant for him for the period of 5 years we were dating. And that he would not marry a woman who could not bear him a child. A barren woman. All these things were advised to him by his parents. He said his parents told him not to marry a woman that cannot bear him a child. And for that reason, he started cheating on me with different women until he got one of them pregnant. When this revelation got to me, I was depressed, sad. I was so devastated because this is a case of, let's say I had no plan B. I had put all my eggs into one basket as he was the only man in my life. I almost took my own life. But thank God I didn't. If I had, I wouldn't have met my husband and have this my lovely baby at home.
Hold on. Miss Adebayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you just say you are married with a baby? I expected more smiles from you. Wonderful. Now, tell us, how did it happen? How? If you were barren, but how did it happen? Please, go ahead with your testimony. I'm all ears.
I was hospitalized and being treated for depression. I met this doctor who is knowledgeable and caring, who monitored me day and night closely. He was the one that brought me from losing my mind. I narrated the story of how Lekon left me to get another lady pregnant and how Lekon called me a barren. This doctor took it upon himself to run fertility test on me and found out that I had STD, the one called chlamydia. After he treated me, then we got married 2 years after, and we now have a baby.
Wonderful. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I almost wanted to clap for you, Miss Adebayo. I could only say you're blessed. But while you made mention of chlamydia, I was puzzled to check it out on the net. And this is what I found out. Let me read from here. It says, according to the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, on their website, www.cd.gov, he talked about chlamydia. Listen out very well. And also, I know this could be beneficial to you, Mr. Salami. Just listen out very well. It said chlamydia often has no symptom, but it can cause serious health problems, even without symptoms. If any symptom occurs, they may not appear until several weeks after having sex with a partner who has a chlamydia. Even when chlamydia has no symptom, it can damage a woman's reproductive system. Women with symptoms may notice the following: an abdominal vaginal discharge, 2, a burning sensation when peeing. Symptom in men can include this. I know, Lekon, you'll be listening to this also. A discharge from the penis, 2, a burning sensation when peeing, 3, pain and swelling in one or both testicles. Although this is less common. Now, from what I just read, someone or a man or woman that has chlamydia may not experience any symptom. Some people may do, but some may not notice any symptom. But it is there and can cause damage if not properly treated. So it is wise that couples who are having challenge conceiving should consult a licensed medical practitioner to get thorough examination, including checking for STD too. But hold on. If Lekon gave you the STD, how did he get another woman pregnant? That is what I want to know.
Your Honor, I heard he chased the woman away when he realized that the baby was not his own. At least I'm happy now that from someone who wanted to take her own life to someone who is married now and with a child. I am the most blessed person right now.
Wow. I could echo it that you are really blessed. Really? This story is getting interesting. In fact, at this juncture, I would like to call on Mr. Salami. Mr. Salami, you heard what the plaintiff has said.
Yes, sir.
Is it true about chasing away the woman?
Yes, Your Honor, it's true. Actually, Your Honor, I was pressurized by my parents, as the only son and the only child. In fact, they are heir. So they wanted me to have a child in case anything happened to me. So the child can, continue the family lineage. So this was why I started going around, looking for solution. Actually, Your Honor, I didn't mean to, but then I had to succumb to this pressure because Elizabeth, after so many trials with her, she couldn't conceive. So I thought she was barren. And then, listening to my family's advice on getting a child. So I had to succumb to it. And, one day, I traveled and my mom helped me to arrange a girl that she thought will give us an heir. So we started, dating. In other words, I started cheating on Elizabeth. So sometimes when I want to travel, it's because of this purpose. And then I'll tell Elizabeth that I'm going for a business trip or I'm going for a seminar, a program. So I will travel to my village to meet this girl because she's from my hometown. So it wasn't difficult. My mom knows their family that well. So this was how it continued until she got pregnant. I was happy. She said I was the one because she knew how desperate my family and I, how desperate we are in having an heir. So she said I was responsible for the pregnancy, and I accepted with gladness in my heart. So we got married, and after a while, a man came and then said he's the father of the child. I was confused. After some questioning, I now realized that the woman I thought was my wife has been living a promiscuous life. She had other men she had been sleeping with. So when this man came up with the allegation that the child is his, so I didn't know what to do. We started arguing to and fro, back and forth, and then finally he suggested we go for a DNA test. Of course, I don't have money for a DNA test, and he's well-doing. I guess that was why he brought it up. So I agreed because I was so confident that the child was mine. So the DNA result.
Gather up yourself, gather up yourself. Sorry to hear about that.
So the DNA result came up, and then it shows that I was not the father of the child. Your Honor, I was, it almost took my life. The news shattered me. I could no longer reason. I could no longer do anything.
Sorry to hear that. Have you been able to get a woman pregnant since then?
Actually, Your Honor, no. I've tried so many times, all to no avail.
Okay. Have you gone for fertility tests, especially with the advent of XTV?
No, Your Honor.
Well, I will advise you to go for a medical checkup, and I encourage you to quickly do that, considering the testimony that the plaintiff shared about her diagnosis. And this, I'm also saying that you should go for an STD, checkup.
Yes, Your Honor, I will. But first, I want to sincerely apologize to Elizabeth for all the traumas that I caused her. Elizabeth was so good to me. She didn't deserve all that I did to her. She was so good. So I just want to sincerely apologize from my heart. After all the things that happened, I haven't actually had time to sincerely apologize to her. I am so sorry, Elizabeth. Ever since you left, my whole life has been upside down. I have not been able to pick up myself, and things have been so difficult for me. My business, everything going down. The small thing that I'm managing right now, the small business center, is because my friends, when we had a reunion, when they saw how bad and how frustrated I am, they were able to gather some things for me. And then that's what I've been living on. But then I am very sorry, Elizabeth.
I forgave you a long time ago. At least I hold no grudges against you. And I'm happy now, even though I was devastated then.
Thank you.
All right. Now, let's get back to the case of 1.5 million naira before me. What do you have to say, Leko? Did you borrow the money from her?
Thank you, Your Honor. Actually, Your Honor, the money Elizabeth gave to me, the 1.5 million naira, was not a loan. Now, I cannot deny the fact that Elizabeth was so good to me. She was so generous. You see, anything Elizabeth cannot give to me were the things that she doesn't have. Her generosity was so much that it even, got rubbed on my friends. They benefited from it. Elizabeth was that generous. So when I collected the money from her, it wasn't as a loan because all she has ever given to me during the course of our relationship, they were all gifts. I guess it was because of this, because it didn't end the way it was supposed to end between us. That was why she was now bringing it back as a loan. It was never a loan. It was a gift. I don't know why Elizabeth is now bringing it up.
Okay, Ms. Elizabeth, do you have any evidence to substantiate that it was a loan and not a gift?
No, Your Honor, I don't. But I remember that we discussed that the said 1.5 million naira was a loan and not a gift. That money, I wanted to use that money to pay for a piece of land that I found with an estate developer. Although that was not the total money they said I can pay in parts, of which he knew about. And I gave him the money. We discussed that it was a loan and not a gift, even though I did a lot for him, Your Honor.
Okay. How would he be able to pay back in 3 months' time? He has no job doing.
Your Honor, then he was working. Even there was not any as much as I was. He was working with a company that produced household equipment. And apart from that, he said he was learning, what is it called, forex trading, that he had mastered the trading, that he will start trading, that in 3 months' time, he will be a multi-millionaire. Yeah. And I somehow foolishly believed him.
Mr. Salami, can you remember having such discussion with her?
Actually, Your Honor, we never had such conversation. Elizabeth knows my income. And how do I get 1 point? She didn't give me that money as a loan.
Okay, that discussion itself is not an evidence without a concrete proof. You know that it will be easier to believe later that the money was a gift since you have assisted him with all sort of financial grants from his schooling to rent. But if there is any evidence to substantiate this, I think it will be better. Otherwise, we'll dismiss that case.
Yes, Your Honor, I do. And I want Mr. Salami to understand that this 1.5 million naira that I want to collect from him back as a loan, of which is a loan, I am not doing it as a revenge because our relationship did not work out well. So he needs to understand that. And apart from that, I have evidence of our chat.
If you have it, let's see it.
The one we had in November 2020, same year.
So let's see it. Vincent, get it from her. Let me see.
It is as a revenge.
It is not a revenge.
Okay. From the text message, he reads, from Betty. Lekon, several months have passed and you are yet to pay me my money. Did I do bad for giving you the money? You keep saying you will pay me, but never live up to your words. Please, pay me back my money. And there's another one here. Mr. Lekon, there's a chat from you here also. He said, from Lekon, I will pay you. Just have patience. You can see what COVID has done. Please, let me get myself together. I will pay you. I am working on it. Trust me. Well, Vincent, you can give it back to the plaintiff. Lekon, do you acknowledge receiving such a mail discourse with her?
Actually, Your Honor, I got to accept the fact that I was going to pay her back as a loan because Elizabeth almost choked me with her disturbance. You know, we've been arguing over this thing for quite a while now. And everywhere she sees me, she will be harassing me for the money. You know, I could no longer bear it. Then I now accepted to pay her the money, that she should give me time, just to let her stay off my back, just to keep her from disturbing me.
Your Honor, I just found another messages sent to me.
Okay, hold on.
Thank God I did not delete his number, nor his messages.
Please, Vincent, fetch it. If they will substantiate her claims further. I have an information here which I will read out to our hearing. And it says, babe, I just checked out the flat. It's beautiful. It's a new house in Agor. Everywhere is tile and a wall wardrobe. A walk-in borehole, running water 24/7. And the streets are tarred. Babe, I don't want to lose this place, but I don't have the money now to rent it. If I will have the money in 3 months' time, but the flat would have gone by then. If I have the money in 3 months' time, the flat would have... Please, babe, can you loan me that 1.5 million naira? I will surely give it back to you in 3 months' time, and you can still pay for the land. Please, my love, do this for me so I can settle down with you. I love you. Lake. Vincent, give it back to the plaintiff. Mr. Leko, do you remember sending this message to her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, of course. That's because you have been caught red-handed. That's why you're apologetic. Look, this is the importance of record keeping. If you are married and you are giving a loan to your partner, it is advisable. Let it be written out in black and white. With payback period and the documents like that kept for future purposes. And again, I stated here, I said, but most of you would say you are in love. You called yourself bae and babe, up and down, deceiving yourself that you are in full love and that nothing can happen. Now, from what I minuted down, it says, then you take responsibility to start asking your partner for a loan. You know you are not going to pay back. Women usually fall victim of this form of scam more than the men. The only thing I will say, be wise. Document all things if you are not married. Another thing I want to comment on before I give my judgment is that if you are dating or in courtship with someone, do it with clear conscience. This shows that Elizabeth was completely devoted to you, Lekon, for 5 years, supporting you financially and otherwise. But your heart was not with her. And you go about cheating on her freely. Some of you men, what you are looking for, I don't know. Why do you deceive yourself and use your own hand to destroy yourself, or what I call destiny? After 5 years of promising marriage, chasing other suitors from her, you now label her barren and told her to go, that it's all over. Not minding how she will feel, and you think it will be well with you. The only thing I say, that so we take they use her and take they carry course, put for ourselves. Well, after hearing all this testimony, I would like us to go for a recess, then I will return with my judgment. I rise. God.
Hey, this guy knows and I ain't get issue. Can't they blame person pikin? No forgive woman, but like carry disease and the one way you think say na him own no being get am. Evidence don't even show say true. Now loan the money. So you say auntie no keep this evidence if for deny her one time. Last now he lose baby, no get pikin, he no get and still get 1.5 million naira loan to pay. Until on the other hand don't meet better, but we sabi what's up, we sabi how to take care of woman. My people, make we sit down, make we hear wetin judge final talk go be for this month.
God! You may have your seat. My judgment on this matter. Mr. Lekon Salami, you tried to deceive the court that you did not take a loan of 1.5 million naira from the plaintiff, that it was a gift. But you knew You were lying. For that reason, I will not be lenient with you in my ruling. You owe the plaintiff the sum of 1.5 million naira and you are to pay the money back in 7 days from now. My judgment for the plaintiff, I write.
Court!
It don't be. Judge don't talk her. 7 days to pay 1.5 million naira loan when you collect for the babe hand. Aye. Love don't make people do plenty things, yeah. But some their own they work, but some go still chop breakfast on a regular. But no matter what, we go still dey love, but they no go make us stop to dey love. But my people, wetin una think for this case? Make una pen am down for the comment section. If una feel say na so e suppose go, make una pen am down for the comment section. And as una dey jump, una no forget to subscribe. So we go dey give una premium videos, premium cases back to back, woto. As e dey hot, and no forget to like and share. I go see una for the next video. Gracias.
Thanks for watching our videos. I hope you enjoyed them.
And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos.
And I beg, make una no forget to turn on the notification button.
And don't forget to follow us on Inside Court with Judge Kpako on all social media handles. Thank you.
Order!
Bye.